So, I was recording this episode, recorded 3 minutes, then discovered I was recording something where you hit the camera button on messages, and, yeah. So that episode's gone now. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Okay, well, might as well start over. My favorite quote's from Terry Silver. He wants to break you, humiliate you, stomp you into the ground. I said it with conviction at the beginning, but now that I just discovered I lost 3 minutes of my life, I don't want to say it with conviction. Karate Kid 3 has the same problem as a lot of 3s. It does the same thing a third time, and it gets really repetitive and tiring. Just like the Fockers trilogy. Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, and Little Fockers. Hangover, however, did this really well. Hangover 1 and 2 are basically the same movie, same premise, but they work because you can do the same thing twice. But when you got a third time, you change it up. Hangover does that. That's basically the extent to what I said, and I got through 2 characters, and then it shut down. Anyway, Daniel LaRusso is annoying in this movie. Why? Because he does shit, even though Miyagi asks him not to. But the strongest thing about this movie, it was a segue into Miyagi, is it tests him and Miyagi's friendship. And so, that is one of the strongest things of this movie, is their friendship. There we go. We breezed through that beginning section like a piece of cake. That kind of pisses me off a little bit. Anyway, the lead female, who for some reason, her name's escaping me. It'll come back to me as soon as I stop recording this. It'll come back to me. Or it'll come back to me as soon as I'm in the middle of talking about something. But I think her last name's Anderson. So there's that much. I got that much. Her last name's Anderson. So Miss Anderson, as I'm going to call her, I guess. I don't even know if that's right, but that's what I'm going to call her. I don't want to call her the lead female. Miss Anderson in this movie is, she's not the love interest. She's the lead female character. She's just a friend of Daniel's, and actually pretty important to, Daniel's, love life in the future. Wonder how that's gonna come back around. But she's there. She's supportive of Daniel, and, she's there. But, yeah. The villains in this movie, which there are 3, John Kreese is back. Martin Kove is reprising the role, and he's still awesome. I mean, he's kind of more silly in this movie. This movie is I don't know, I feel like it's a lot less mature than the other 2. I don't know, it just feels more childish sometimes. But yeah, Kreese is there. He's here. He's important. And his friend, Terry Silver, makes his, debut in this film. And at first, in this movie, he's not that great of a villain. He's acted kind of poorly by Thomas Ian Griffith. Please tell me I didn't butcher that. But, he's acted kind of poorly. He's silly. He's not very cool. But now that Cobra Kai has come out, this is one of the greatest fucking villains ever. And now that there's an explanation for why he's so weird in this film, it makes it all more understandable. But yeah. And then you got the bad boy of karate, Mike Barnes, who, honestly, out of him and Silver, out of the 2 new characters, out of the 3 new characters, he's probably my favorite. Not because of in this movie, if you just isolate this movie, pre-Cobra Kai season 3, or is it season 4? Season 3. Season 4. Yeah, so season 4. So yeah, pre-season 4, Terry Silver would be the weakest of these 3, because he's just so goofy in this movie. But now, he's obviously the best one. But yeah, Mike Barnes is, I don't know. Mike Barnes, it might be second, but whatever. Mike Barnes, Silver might be second if you isolate this movie. But yeah, Mike Barnes is pretty good in this movie. He's pretty antagonistical. He's pretty good at what he needs to do. But yeah, Mrs. LaRusso's not really in this one. She's taking care of Uncle Louie. Ooh, now, it'll all come back. It all comes back around. This franchise loves bringing shit back. But, anyway, so 3. So Karate Kid Part 3. This movie's not very good. It's not, like, bad, but it's not good. The plot, they come back. Danny also stay with Miyagi. Miyagi's gonna kind of run a little short on money because their apartment is being renovated. So, Daniel opens a bonsai shop with the college money they won, where he breaks the ice, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, and then, but Miyagi tells him not to do that, but he does it anyway, part of the irritation. And this is kind of where the problems ensue. Terry Silver has a plan to get revenge for what they did to Kreese, so he sends Mike Barnes in to fuck with him, and then gains Daniel's trust and starts training him under Cobra Kai, and, that all turns upside down. But for some reason, and they want him to come to the tournament, and for some reason, not attending this tournament is like, it's just like you sign that paper, you're like signing a blood pact. Like, if you don't come, the All Valley mob is just gonna come hunt you down because you didn't attend the All Valley tournament, you die! I'm willing to bet no-shows are a extremely common occurrence in the All Valley. Like, I'm really willing to bet. Like, someone might get sick. Someone might break their ankle. And, maybe they'll come after you. Well, Daniel, just carry a fucking gun. It's California anyway. Should probably be doing that anyway. Especially these days. But even back then, this is the United States. You should probably be carrying something on you. Whether it be a gun or a knife, whatever works. Whatever suits you. You should probably be holding something to a certain self-defense extent. Because, it's a crazy world out there. Crazy shit. But yeah. This movie is, it's decent. It's made a lot better by the Cobra Kai. Because, they call back to this one, and they also, bring back Silver, and he turns out to be possibly the greatest Karate Kid villain in history. And, but this, I don't know, this just, I don't know, I'd almost rather, I don't know if I couldn't quite say this, I'd almost rather watch Showdown, but to be fair, honestly, if I were to pick between Karate Kid and Showdown, you might have me just, do I pick an actually good movie, or a shitty good movie? I can't choose. They're both fun. But, yeah, if you want a good time, watch Karate Kid. If you want a fun time, watch Showdown. Streaming free somewhere. Because nobody's paying for that shit. Because ad revenue is the only thing paying for Showdown. But yeah, it's just, I gotta review that movie. I think I'm gonna do that at some point. I gotta. Yeah. 6.5. I think it'd be a 5.5 pre-Cobra Kai. But as of now, it's a 6.5. It's not great. It's just not very good. It's repetitive at this point. Oh yeah, and that scene where Miyagi saves Daniel from, all the bullies and shit? Yeah, they decide, let's do that scene, but twice, 2 times. One time at the shop, and one time at the old Cobra Kai dojo. He saves him from Silver, Barnes, and Kreese. It's like, why did you have to do that twice? Why couldn't you just do that, the second version? Also, Miyagi and Kreese have a little bit more of a fight, as in, they have, 15 seconds of a fight, instead of 2 seconds of a fight. But, that's something. But Silver, Silver's going, whoa, whoa, and it's fucking ridiculous, but, Silver does what Silver does. But yeah, that's about it for Karate Kid Part 3. It's not very good, but it's not the next Karate Kid, and it's not the Karate Kid either, so let's hope the Karate Kid Legends can be at least as good as 2. But if this is not good as 3, then I'll kind of be disappointed. Not really. My expectations, I don't like having high expectations anymore. Jurassic World Dominion has taught me not to have my expectations high. It's a harsh truth of life. You have to learn that when you go into a movie, you can keep your hopes high, but your expectations, you got to keep them decently low. Don't keep them super low. Just keep them moderate. So then you can't have just sheer disappointment like I did for Jurassic World Dominion. Or maybe you've learned that lesson already. But if you haven't, well, it's about time you have. So I think that's all for this time. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you next time.